So I went to the first comic convention of 2023. If you're interested to see what I took home, stay tuned. Okay, guys, welcome back. As I stated in the intro, I went to my first comic convention of 2023. It was called the Deland Comics and Collectible Show. It's located in Deland, Florida, just a little northeast of Orlando on the east coast of Florida. This convention, it was a small convention, but robust convention. It took place in this little industrial type setting. You can see the building here. There was a lot of good vendors there, a lot of comics. I was surprised there was more comics than toys this time. So this was a great convention to go to. There was some people dressed up in cosplay walking around. They had some fire breathers. There was a lot to do with this very small, intimate convention. As you know, I'm trying to put several runs together. So when I go to these conventions, I'm not looking for any high-end books or high-dollar books. So you're not going to see any of those here today. I'm looking for dollar bin dandies. I don't like to spend a lot of money. I'm a cheap bastard. So everything that I got, minus one book, was like $1, $3, something like that. A lot of digging through long boxes, short boxes, dirty old boxes. This was my kind of convention, guys. I had a lot of fun. But let's get to what I actually bought. Up first here, we have, this is an Amazing Spider-Man. It's called Soul of the Hunter. And this is like a small little trade. It's a one-shot. It was written by J.M. DeMatteis. And this is kind of a part two to, Amazing Spider-Man and Kraven the Hunter storyline. I've already read it. This thing's beautiful. Doesn't look like it's ever been read. Nice white pages. I love this book. Dollar bin dandy. Got it for $1. Up next. This was my biggest purchase of the day. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 316. I needed this for my collection. This is a book that I have tried to buy on eBay for a while. It's always very expensive. Actually, the guy had $50 on this book. I didn't pick it up the first time I looked at it. It's got some of the Marvel, what they call Marvel chipping. It's got some pieces missing up here in the corner. So I wasn't really happy with the condition, especially for $50. So I passed it up. I went around. I did the day. Right before I left, I said, hey, I'm going to go back and try to make a deal with this guy if it's still there. I misremembered. I thought it was $30. I'm like, for $30, I'll offer him $20. I'll be happy with the deal. Well, when I got there, it was $50. I had forgotten. I talked to the guy. We hem-hawed back and forth a little bit. He did try to bring up that it is a newsstand, which is going to bring a little bit more premium. But in the condition of the book, basically I told him I really wasn't comfortable spending more than $20 on the book. He wanted $30. We kind of met in the middle at $25. So I got this ASM 316. I think this is Venom's first cover appearance. This is why this is kind of a minor key. So I needed it for my collection. I'm happy to have it. $25, guys. Let me know. What do you think? Did I overpay for this book? Is it just about right? Let me know down in the comments. I'm happy to have it, though. Man, I've been looking for this book for a while. Up next is another Amazing Spider-Man, a book that I needed for my run. This book, this is number 114. I don't think there's really anything special about this book, any first appearances or anything like that. It's in decent condition. If I remember correctly, they had $7 on the book. I felt like that was a fair price, so I just went ahead and paid it. But it is one that I needed in the run. It's a little bit more than I like to spend, but hey, what are you going to do? This is an older ASM, so I'm happy to have that in the run. Up next here, we have Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, number 58. And this book is garbage. This has got a lot of bends, cuts, whatever. This is a filler book. I needed it for the run. I didn't have a number 58. This was a dollar bin dandy. It was a dollar book. How can you pass it up? I need it for the run. It's an old Spectacular Spider-Man. So she came home with me. Up next, we got a little run of Venom here. I needed some of these. So this is Venom number 5. I don't know much about this book. When I looked this up on my spreadsheet, this is the first one of this kind with this label with the Venom on there. So I obviously needed it for my run. It was $1. I got it. Theme of the day, a lot of dollar books. Here's another Venom. number 154. This is Costa wrote this one here. I've got a run of these Venom books right here. These were all $1, and these are modern books. They're in great shape. What was this? This is 154. I've got Venom number 155, all in this same run. I'm almost done with this little run here. And 156, and that is going to be, has that got Craven on it? Yeah, it looks like that's got Craven the Hunter on the front there. A lot of Craven going on today. But these were $1, modern books. This guy, this particular booth, he had a lot of good books. I heard him say he was trying to consolidate his vast collection off to get a bigger ASM key or something like that. So I was very lucky to have these for $1. Up next, we have an X-Men. This is the only X-Men I got of the day. It's X-Men 186. It says it's an oversized special. Nothing really good about this book. I needed it for the run. It's a little bit rough shape, but it was $1. I did notice on a Key Collector app, it says this is the first cover appearance of Forge. Big deal. I needed it. It's $1. I got it. Up next, I picked up this Avengers. This is an older Avengers, number 146, black book. So it's got a little wearing, got a little chipping on it. But again, I need it for I'm trying to do an Avengers run. I'm trying to collect all the Avengers up to like maybe number 300. I'm going to cut it off. Number 146, again, this was $1 book. How can you go wrong with an old Avengers book for $1? You can't go wrong, guys. I had to have it. Now this is an Avengers. This is number 227. My buddy Steven that I went to the convention with, he actually found this book for me. He's like, hey man, it was like $3. Do you want to get this book? I looked at it. I remember seeing this cover. There was some significance. So I went ahead and paid the $3 for it. I wasn't happy about it. But then I remembered, got home, looked it up. This is the second appearance of Monica Rambeau. The book is not in the best shape, but for $3, it's a minor key. How can you go wrong? I couldn't pass it up. There you go. Second appearance, Monica Rambeau for $1. Or no, $3. I'm sorry. This was $1. Avengers 233. Again, nothing special on these Avengers books. Just fillers for $1. How can you go wrong? And last but not least, the Avengers number 261. This is a Secret Wars number 2 tie-in. I do have all the Secret Wars number 2, and I've got a bunch of the tie-ins. I'm trying to collect the run plus all the tie-ins. So I definitely had to pick this up. Anytime I see that Secret Wars number 2 on whatever book it is, I grab it, especially for $1. And that's it, guys. That's all we had for this comic book convention. But I do have one other thing I want to get to. All right, guys, welcome back. Had to wet my whistle a little bit, and I had to get this baby out. I've been holding on to this. This is an eBay purchase I bought a while ago, and I've been waiting for the right time to open it on camera. I want to share it with you guys. This is, I know what this is. No big surprise here. This is a ASM number 30. It's in the 400 run of ASM, and it is the first appearance of Ezekiel. And this book, much to my chagrin, has been going, it's way too high for me. I have not been able to find this book for like less than $50 at cons. I can't get it on eBay. And luckily, oh, it's a nice little note from the guy here. On New Year's, I sent this guy a message because I noticed nobody was bidding on it. He had it for $45. And I didn't want to pay $45. Like I said, I'm a cheap bastard. I buy everything as cheaply as I can. So I wasn't happy with $45. So I shoot him a message like, hey man, nobody's bidding on this thing. I've been watching it a little bit. Would you take $35 for it? I'll do $35. I feel comfortable. He messaged me back. He said, hey, Happy New Year. I'll do it for you. Cheers. I'm like, hey, man, thanks. That's freaking awesome. Thank you so much. And one thing that I thought was cool about it, he left a sticker on here too. $45 is what he wanted with it. And you can see that it says signed. And it's actually signed by J. Scott Campbell, the artist. And this is my first signature from J. Scott Campbell. And this is a good looking book. And like I say, for $35, I'm happy to have it. A signed copy, guys. There it is. ASM number 30. Does it say it in the run? Yeah, this is Legacy number 471. So this is a minor key, first appearance of Ezekiel, signed by the artist. How can you go wrong for 35 bucks? You can't. I've been waiting for this baby. I'm so glad she's home. I'm glad to share it with you. My first J. Scott Campbell signature. Well, that's all I got for you guys this week. Oh, I almost forgot to give you the keyword for our giveaway. Don't forget about my 50 subscriber giveaway. Guys, we're only at 32 subs. I need to get to 50 subs before I'm going to give this thing away. So tell your friends, tell your buddies, tell your comic clubs, tell other people that watch YouTubes. Sign up for the channel, become a subscriber, and leave this code word behind to be entered this week to get your entry. One entry, must live in the continental United States, and be a member of the channel. This week's word is J. Scott Campbell. J. Scott Campbell. That's the word that's going to get you an entry, to win that slab. Now, that's all I have for you guys. Thanks for watching. Remember, keep collecting comics. Just make sure you're doing it the Jway. We'll see you next time.